Okay, this video is about how to adjust the suspension to make this thing handle like a rock star. Alright, I took one of these off. This is going to be the back shock for the back of the truck. Back here. I just took it off just for demonstration purposes, but put it in, that inside hole right there. On the bottom, you go to the far outside hole on the bottom there. The far outside towards the tire. Now when it comes to the shock, there's a couple of things that I've done to make it just a little bit better. So let's see if we can figure this out, and I'll show you. Well, of course, you take these little goofy screws out and try not to lose them. Don't over tighten them either, because that's bad. Pop that goofy cap off there, right? And then you can get inside here and unscrew this. Stick your screwdriver in there. And then just like that. All that stuff. So let's see. There's a little rubber O-ring on the end of that right there. Okay, that's just to help for a bump stop. You know, get yourself just from slamming down real hard on your stuff. Then you can just roll that off. No big deal. Just roll it off. Set it on the ground. You can get these little O-ring thingies at Harbor Freight. Then on the inside here, then on the inside here, another rubber stopper right there. Like that. Just keeps it from slamming real hard. And just reassemble it, drop it back in there. Put that in there. Put your other rubber right on that, right there, like that. And then drop it down. Put your suspension back together. Like uno. Stick your screwdriver in the end, line it up, and screw it all back together. Like so. Just so it doesn't have a hard hit. When it hits, you get a slap, and then when it comes back up, it doesn't slap hard either. It's got a little rubber stopper. And of course, you just put your cap back on. Just kind of turn it and just kind of falls right on. It'll line itself right up. Put your little screws in there. Don't over tighten them. Okay. Just like that. I'll come over here and I'll show you the front one. I'm not going to put it back on the truck. I'm pretty sure you can figure that out on your own. This front one here is a neat one. Okay, this one I modified a little differently. Okay. Up. these little screws are right here. Set them aside. Try not to lose them. I probably lost one already. But as long as your floor is not a mess, you should be able to find them again. Little screw. Put those down. Pull that cap off there. Get in there and unscrew this. And set all this stuff aside. Your spring. But this one, got your little rubber gasket like I told you right there. Take that off. This one has a secret to it. You see that? I put a spring on the inside of the shock in here to help. It helps lower the suspension for one, and it helps with rebound. So all it really is you can go anywhere, go to your bank, whatever, just get a pen. These are the springs out of pens. I counted it and I went 5 little turns on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. I cut it down. You can play with whatever works for you. You can go all the way. You can go shorter. This is what I found works the best. Trying to get it to focus in there. Come on there. But 5 little things right there. And that little shock right there. It's like 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go 6. You can measure it out. I didn't measure it out. I'm not going to go that technical on it. But I just cut it down, stick it on here. Reinstall it. You don't need that rubber gasket on the inside here because it's got the spring, okay? But you want to put it on the outside for the bump stop here. See? You want to put it on there like that. Put your screwdriver in there. Make sure it's in there. Put your thingy back on. Put this back on. Screw it all back together. Like that. And it doesn't go all the way. Watch this. Pull it. I mean, if you go longer, it'll bring, it'll bring it down further. You can play with whatever works for you. But I decided to go with that because it just brings the suspension down just a little bit. So yeah, it just bounces back. And that's what works for me. And when you put it back on the truck, you'll notice that it actually has dropped down a little bit. Give that a shot, see if that works for you on the front suspension, rear suspension. Make comments, whatever, and tell me what you think.